That's my bad. That was a good pass. That was a great pass.
Oh
You're
my
saving.
god.
Oh, you're saving everything.
I feel like also like they're not they had only bad passes, but as soon as they got the ball, they just missed it.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, you're so good.
One of the, I wasn't going for the ball. I was just trying to assault this person.
W Salton.
I
What
so
the heck is
don't
happening,
know what
bro?
just happened.
So laggy. Dude, I'm honestly down that anyone's ever gonna score on the field.
Hello everyone. I'm just gonna make a quick guide on how to play goalie in Rematch. I've been playing a lot, and I've gotten enough where I'm like, okay, I understand now. So first tip is that you don't really want to be anywhere outside of the like this little tiny area. Like what I mean by this is like where you see my cursor right now is you don't want to leave that zone right there. So what this means is if someone is over this way, you don't want to go over here or go out. You don't ever want to leave this inner box ever, nor do you ever. I would not leave this goal line. Do not leave this goal line. So if they're over here, you can move up a little, but you want to stay in this this like little box sort of. Just imagine there's a little square in the center of that you don't want to leave. So if they're on the left side, you can move a little to the left of that square and up. So you want to move here. If they're over here, you'll move a little backwards in that square. So up in that corner, and they're over here, you're gonna move here. And then if they're on this side, you want to hold here. Another tip is you should always be jumping for the ball when it's coming. So I'll explain that later, but because there is like most of the time you should be jumping for the ball. So if a shot's coming on you, so say I'm here, jumping to the ball, the hitbox is just way bigger than you just standing here. So say if the ball is coming like from up high, if you don't jump for it, it sometimes just goes over your head even if you're in guard stance. See, it just kind of auto gets the ball, so I can stand over here and just, it auto grabs it. You don't really have to do much for it. It kind of just does its own thing and you can just grab it. See, I didn't jump for it, didn't grab it. I would recommend jumping for it. Another tip is not to be jumping too early. What I mean, so most of the time when they're coming up, they're gonna be trying to bait you out. My friend likes to do the dribbles and dribble around the opponent. You don't want to do that. You just want to stay in your square right here, and if they're coming from the right, you stay like right here and a little up, and you should pressure it like a little bit but not too much. You want enough where if you jump to the side when you're looking this way, you're still in the box. If you go out, you don't want to go outside the box because then you're just outside. You want to go into the box because your hitbox will grab it better. So because when they're coming up, what most people do when they're into 1v1, they're coming up and they're gonna flip you and it's in, you know? And that's annoying. But if you just stand here and wait for the ball to come, you just have to jump last second. I would never recommend sliding. I think it's terrible most of the time. I think there's instances where you can slide, but I I don't use it, so I haven't crafted with it yet, but I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's, because I see people try and do that, and then immediately people are just gonna rainbow flick you, man. That's what's gonna happen. So another tip, never jump. Like I was saying, never jump. So you're gonna be standing in this box, right? You're gonna be standing there, and what most people are doing is they're gonna hit it above you, and then they're gonna cross. What you can do right now, you can't see it, but on your screen there's a mini map, and you're gonna always be paying attention, because they're gonna be like right there, and they're gonna be coming up, and your guy's gonna be guarding him, but he's gonna suck, right? And this guy's gonna shoot, hit there, and if you jump for that, the goal's out. Now, if you jump for it and you mess up, if you're outside the box, you mess up, right? But with the one thing I said beforehand, if you jump inside the box, you're a lot better off to do stuff, because you're stopping yourself from going super far. So that's what I would do. I would stay in the box. But every single time I go outside the box, I feel uncomfortable, and it makes me more nervous. So it just feels a lot more risky. You kind of get nervous. You don't want to get nervous. If you're nervous, take a break. This is all about feeling like you're underwater. You should not be breathing, and you should be like holding still and just holding your position. No matter if they're dribbling up or whatnot. It doesn't matter if they're dribbling up. I would just hold that right there. Just hold as long as possible. You're going to be like right here right now. And they're going to be trying to do something. And right there you would have grabbed it. Because if you held, if they jumped for that, yeah, they could have like, yeah, they can grab it like that. But if they just hold, they don't have to do anything. Their teammates are going to be here. Now, if they aren't, you know, they're not. But like, it's better to hold rather than to risk, like, not grabbing it. Because you're not always going to grab it. Sometimes the mitts don't always grab. Let's see if I can get one here. I might be too good. Okay. But sometimes the mitts don't grab, and it'll just block off. And then they have an open shot. You're outside the net, you know. We don't want to be recovering from this. The same with sliding. Like sliding's good, but like, I don't like giving up space. This is about space. You want to just make as much, hold this space as best as you can. You do not want to leave this area, because as soon as you leave this area, you give it up. And that's what I see a lot of people do. I get mad at myself because the ball's always like the ball's always like right here. They're like right there, and I'm like, oh, it hits the backboard, and I jump out for it. Well, the jump sucks, man. The jump sucks. And the slide sucks too. It's not far enough, and I think you're gonna really mess up if you do that. So I wouldn't try and jump for it. You just want to stay here. You want to be underwater, not breathing, focusing on just the ball coming to you, and then waiting last second, and then jumping. The hardest things to predict that you need to watch out for, game just froze, is just double hits usually. So as goalie, if you, this is something as a like offense player you can learn. If you do this, the first few seconds you don't get a ring around it. So when you're here, you can just pass it in. That's what's really scary, and that's eventually the higher skilled players are going to understand that and realize that you can't immediately react to the normal pass, because it's sneaky. You can just sneak it in. It doesn't have a box on it, so most people are not going to be looking for that. So that's what you need to watch out for. High level players are going to be doing that. Also, oh fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. It was something actually important though. Oh, keep your eye on the ball icon, not the player. When they're coming up here, you're gonna see their the ball is gonna be highlighted in a normal game. The ball is gonna be highlighted, so you're not gonna be able to when there's a crowd of people and there's like 3 guys and it's a mishmash mosh pit. You can see the ball's aura. So you want to be paying attention to that. Rather than anything else, not the person. And that's about it. The 3 big things as a goalkeeper is like, number 1, stay on the line. Number 2, don't leave this little box, this imaginary box that isn't on the field, like right here. That's the box. Depending on your comfort level, sometimes you go out here so they really can't score on you if they're over here. But I would stay here because if they cross you. Number 2, pay attention to mini-map. So we got box, we got mini-map, which we don't have. And number 3, do not leave it. Do not try and jump early. Regardless of what happens, if the ball is, there's one guy and the ball's over here, like 90% of the time, you do not want to be going for this. Unless the guy is halfway from midfield, then you can kick it down, But most of the time, you do not want to leave this box area. You shouldn't be leaving this box area. And jumping last second. Okay, so I wouldn't do the slide. Don't jump early. Don't leave the... Don't you dare leave this box. And then jump last second, because jumping is better than just this, because sometimes you're not gonna grab it. It just, the hitbox is too OP, and I love hitboxes. I think if you actually know me in real life, I love hitboxes from fighting games and whatnot. The hitbox on this is OP. It auto, like that, you can just tell. Like that, it's just an auto thing. So those are my 5 tips. Mini map, box, don't leave it, don't jump until last second, and hold your breath, man. Hold your breath. Okay. Hope you guys have great defenses and people hit you up with the what-if saves. Non-toxically, not like a Rocket League way. Okay, bye. Hey, last second recording here. I finally remembered what I was gonna say. The last important thing is trying to throw the ball back to your teammates. The most important thing. You have more stamina. In the goalie box, you have unlimited stamina. You will also have a limited amount of time before the ball goes back on the ground. I should probably know that fact, how much time that is, but I think it's around 5 seconds you have before you start, before you have to dribble again, and then they can hit. And usually what happens is someone stays there so they can maybe get an interception or something. Just hold down the sprint button, because you will have more sprint, because your sprint bar doesn't run out. That's the final thing. Sorry for just saying this.